Are we done?
No, listen, this attack on my brother-in-law, I don't know what it means. Please. I fear for my family.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I am told the assassin that survived is gravely injured. It's doubtful he'll live. Now, thank me and shake my hand.
Thank you. Thank you again.
You're quite welcome, Mr. White.
We're going up.
What's happening?
8:43.
Time of death, 2043.
Burn in hell, you piece of shit.
One of the suspected gunmen died at the scene. The second succumbed to his wounds earlier this evening at an area hospital. Agents with the DEA and FBI, in conjunction with APD homicide detectives, are working with Mexican law enforcement in an attempt to identify the deceased suspects. Both...
I can give you the highlights. Your nephews grew impatient. They continued to press me for my permission to kill Walter White. When I wouldn't give it, they settled instead for DEA agent Schrader. But a phone call was placed to Agent Schrader moments before the attack, thus giving him the upper hand. Marco was shot in the face and died instantly. Leonel lingered for several hours. The warning call to the DEA agent. Juan Bolsa may have some insight into who placed it. But yesterday, the federales raided his hacienda, and in the confusion, Juan was shot dead. An accident, perhaps. A mistake made by his own men. But we may never know. At any rate, I thought you should hear from me. This is what comes of blood for blood, Hector. Sangre por sangre.
Well, should we get started?
Yeah. 15 years ago, I established a chemistry scholarship at UNM. I named it after Maximino Arciniega, a dear friend of mine who died too young. Gail was a recipient of this scholarship. He was perhaps one of 3 dozen.
I see. And Mr. Bedecker graduated in...
1999.
That sounds right.
And you kept in regular contact with him over all this time?
Oh, no, I hadn't seen Gail for years, until I ran into him a few weeks ago.
Ran into him where?
At the restaurant. Well, ran into isn't quite accurate, as I assume he came by to reestablish contact with me. We caught up briefly, and he invited me to dinner the following night, and I accepted. It was perhaps a week later when I read about him in the paper. Drug-related, you said?
It's a good possibility.
The paper made no mention of that. I assumed that it was a random crime.
So after years of no contact, he shows up in your restaurant, remakes your acquaintance, and invites you to dinner?
No, he wanted money.
Gail Bedecker asked you for money?
No, he didn't come right out and say that. He spoke in terms of a vague investment opportunity. But it was my suspicion, yes, as to why he invited me into his home. He was a very, very talented chemist. But for reasons I never understood, he was more interested in taking shortcuts than what would or could have been a very promising career. But personal shortcomings notwithstanding, he was a warm, gentle person, and I thought a lot of him. At any rate, I declined his business offer, and after what was a very pleasant meal, left.
Can you tell us where you were on the night of Wednesday, the 23rd, at around 8 p.m.? Not an accusation, just a question.
Oh, I understand. Let's see. 23rd. I was at a fundraiser at Presbyterian Hospital. I was there from 7 to about 10.
Anyone else?
Sorry, yeah, just one other thing. Is Gustavo Fring your real name?
Is it my real name?
I know you're a Chilean national, but there are no records of you ever living there.
Really?
I mean, records show that you immigrated to Mexico in 1986, and then a couple years later you were granted an entry visa to the United States. But there's no record of Gustavo Fring ever having existed in Chile, which I find, I don't know, strange.
Well, really, it isn't. General Pinochet's government was guilty of a great many sins. First and foremost were its human rights abuses. But it was also notoriously unreliable at keeping records. I'm sure if you keep digging, you'll find me.
Okay, I think that's it, Gus. Thank you.
I hope that I was of some small help.
You were, absolutely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Good to see you again.
Likewise.
Oh, no, please don't get out.
Thanks.
Gentlemen.